Good evening and welcome to Options Center. It is Sunday, 9/3/23. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to go through here. We have, first of all, I've been messing around with some of my settings, so hopefully this video is a little less choppy. I'm going to upgrade the internet here coming soon, and also I'm working on a new mic. So this is a much better mic than I was working with, and should be able to hear me much better. So thanks for joining us here. We're going to go through SPX on multiple time frames. We're going to check things out. We're going to do some of the oscillators, some of the indicators. We're going to check out lower time frames and see where we're probably going to go from here. I do think we're going to go much lower. I don't know if the move is done yet. We haven't had a clear reversal, but it appears on the daily time frame that we may have our reversal in. So stick around, and we'll also, towards the end, we'll go with SPY just to translate where that price action is going to be. I know a lot of people trade SPY, and they, when you get down to the lower time frames, you really want to see where your trades are going, instead of having to translate for example, SPX is 45.15, while SPY is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be around 400 and let's see here, around 451. Now, yeah, okay, you can move the decimals, but anyway, so we'll translate that for you later on. So let's jump into it. If you do like this information, please consider helping us out and go down to the description, and don't forget to like the videos. Let's keep these algorithms going and pumping and jumping and jiving. Okay, so we have SPX on the monthly time frame. We are in a channel. We hit the top of a couple channels, including a very long time frame wedge top there. So we think we have a larger degree pullback going on. But remember, and I'm going to post this, I'll pin the video up top, the how I prepare for the week. Mentally, we have to prepare for what's going on, and that goes for the higher time frames as well, because it's going to influence what's happening on the lower time frames. So we have this initial move down, and if this is a wave 4, so we hit this top here. So if we're some degree of wave 3 ended here, and we think, and so if we just have a simple A, B, C, then it's possible, since we're so far up here, that we continue to rise as a flat pattern for this wave 4, an ABC, and then we continue to the upside. If we are on a higher time frame correction, this could simply be a 1, 2. And then we see a large wave 3, 4, 5, just for the initial move. So we're looking for a 5-wave move down for the initial move if this is a much higher degree correction. So we have to keep that in mind, that if this is a flat pattern, which the NASDAQ has gone much higher, much closer to the highs than the SPX. Okay, we've reached just about the 90% on the NASDAQ. So, this could be a flat pattern forming, and we could see just a little bit higher prices. I don't really think that's the case, but we have to keep that in mind, okay? This could be a 1, 2, as is if we reverse from here, which we have this hangman doji on the monthly time frame. So we have a possible reversal candle on this monthly time frame. So let's see what happens coming up this month. That's going to give us a lot more information on what happens next. This next candle, the confirmation of a reversal would be breaking down underneath this candle here. Breaking above it would be bullish, and we would be looking for that flat pattern to happen. Now, let's move down to lower time frames, and I'll show you a little bit better how this could form if we are to go higher or lower. And if we move over to the weekly, Where's this weekly time frame? Right there. This weekly time frame, I kind of drew this as if this is the top already. Okay, we are simply on the top of the megaphone here. You see this rising pivot. Prices obeyed this pivot so many times. It does matter. We got above it. We broke down below it. Okay, that's some sort of fake break there. We had our initial move down here, and we are back testing that same pivot. We got just above it, fake break back down, just like this one, fake break back down. So we're back testing it right now on the weekly time frame, and I do suspect that at minimum, we have an A, B, C, where C equals A is right down here. I have this highlighted here at this box. That would just be a simple channel that we have going on here. Okay, so that's something to look out for there on that weekly time frame. Let's move to the daily. Now I'm going to spend a lot more time on this daily time frame, and I'm going to give you different points of view, and I'll go ahead and do the SPX, SPY, and ES just so we can get some different perspectives of it. Okay, now on this daily time frame, we have the initial move down. We're considering this an impulse move where it's a leading diagonal. Came into support here, held onto that support with a higher high, and had a great move to the upside. Now we have the wedge top here in confluence with that rising pivot that I was talking about from 2018. Ignore this. This is not valid yet. This is not a downtrend line, but it can be. We're triangulating. We can come into equilibrium here, but we have these reversal candles here. Couldn't hold above. Had a negative, a real negative candle here as well. I guess we can consider this like a cloud cover, some sort of candle, but we rejected off that same confluence. And if we do get above this, then we'll have to, reevaluate what's happening. We have this pivot, we get above it, and we hold on to that pivot, then price is moving higher. Okay. But for now, we have our rejection. We're looking for continuation to the downside. Continuation underneath this candle here would be a nice reversal candle. So the close or the low of this candle is 45.07. We'll be looking for a break underneath there. Okay, and then our next spot for us to kind of look at is this uptrend here. We'll be coming into that uptrend. We'll have some difficulty there, but this is our zone. I made it a green zone where we're probably going to get some sort of bounce from. This is that consolidation zone that I showed on a couple videos back. We have this consolidation zone here. Consolidation, broke above, but came right back down. Consolidation, and rejected there. So it's a very important area, and I think we're going to backtest this area. I do have this line here that was an ascending triangle. That's our breakout zone. So it's natural that we're going to go retest the breakout zone. Okay, so looking at the Elliott wave. On this Elliott wave pattern, we've been oscillating around this 786. We're backtesting that 786, rejected off of it. So we're up above. The let's see if we can highlight this wave too, get that out of the way so you can see it. So the candles here rejected off that 786. That's exactly where price action brought us at this good resistance right here. So holding below that, we're bearish. Getting above the 786, you got to play off of it. There's something going on that we're going higher. Okay, and we do have this former 62%. That's where the head and shoulder, approximately that head and shoulder support is going to be if this becomes a head and shoulder. So this will be an important area. And then we can even, if you want to, let's see, if you want to take from the neckline, let's say the top of the head, you can do a measured move. From the top of the head, we'll use our extension. Or we could just use a line. That's fine. We'll just use this, draw a line here from the neckline to the top of the head. We'll take that and a breakdown from that neckline will bring us right to that 1618 area, which is approximately this move here. I need to move it up a bit, so it's still approximately there. We'll have that neckline just rising a bit, so we'll get down to that 1618. That'll be our next move there, but it takes us right to the bottom of this consolidation area. So this is taking us right into our zone. The measure move of this head and shoulders takes us right into the zone where we're looking for our next move. So this is a 1. We're counting this as a 1 and a 2, and it's typical for the wave 3 to come into this 162% extension. So that's where this comes from the top of wave 1 to the bottom of wave 1, and measuring our reversal from the top of wave 2 if we get this confirmation. So that move, we'll be looking for that measure move down to the 4100 area. Okay, that's going to be excellent support. We have previous resistance there. We have support here. We also have this bow and arrow. We have a lot of consolidation there, and that's right in the middle of it. So you're going to see a volume node there as well. All right. So let's go ahead and go back to this daily time frame. We're still on the daily time frame. Let's go ahead and put on some oscillators here, and let's see what's happening with the McClellan summation. So we drew ourselves a trend line, broke down from it, and we're back testing this trend line. We're heading back up there. This is showing so much weakness here. The market, after this huge move to the upside, we're showing such a weak bounce here in the summation index. So we expect this not quite to get all the way back up. It could, but we're expecting much lower here on the summation. Right now, we're kind of in this neutral zone. Let's go ahead with the McClellan oscillator. We don't have divergence here, so there's not necessarily any divergence, but we are in the overbought territory, just barely right in this overbought territory. So that could be it for this move. We had this huge move down with negative divergence, and we're into extreme oversold conditions, and now we're getting back to overbought already after this big move here, this huge move to the downside, and we retraced a lot of that move back there, about 80% of that move. All right, now. Again, we're getting this. Now we're getting this crossover on the daily time frame on the MACD. We're getting a bullish crossover, but we're testing that 0 line. So we're right in this neutral stance here. Have the bullish crossover, and naturally, because of such a large move, but we do have to look into this. We have to say, oh, okay, well, we're getting a bullish cross, so there are more bullish scenarios, and when we get down to the 65-minute, I'll show you what those possibilities are. That we could even have new highs here. People are counting this in many different ways. Elliott wave is, you can count anything in any which direction. You're always going to have a bullish and bearish count. So we do our best to give the most likely situation that matches up with our indicators to kind of project where price may go. If we put on let's go back to this blank screen, and let's put on some of the indicators here. So we have our MACD. We already looked at that. Really what the MACD is just doing, we had this trend line that we broke down from. We're just back testing that trend line. So I do think that's going to be a nice area for a reversal to come back. So we might even head just a little bit higher to back test that and head lower at that point. But we are overbought on the RSI. Let's go ahead and get in here just a little